Do you own an MXQ Pro? Or maybe you're planning to get one of these and you wonder, can I put a keyboard and a mouse? Or maybe a 4 terabyte hard drive? Why not? Or maybe wireless remote control? Or this one? Or maybe screen mirror on iPad through the MXQ Pro? Or mirror your phone? Check this out right after this. How we doing, everyone? This is Dario from MediaBox, and finally here in our brand new studio, MediaBox Entertainment. And today, yes, like I said, I'm going to show you how to configure one of this. This is actually an update to my previous video. You're going to be able to see all the configurations. We're going to do everything real time. We're going to connect the 4 terabyte drive. We're going to show you to mirror the phone. We're going to connect it also with the old TV. Believe it or not, still people wants to know how to connect to an old TV. So we're going to do that too. So this will be a great video. All right, so let's get into it. Let's dive into the box. All right, so let's go to do the configuration. There are two places we can go into it. One right over here where it says settings, and the other one, my apps, and right over here, settings. We can go two places, but let's go the easy one first. We're gonna go settings, and we go network. But before even we're gonna try this, I wanna show you something. This is your remote control, okay? So I want you to do me a favor. You see this little button over here, okay? Here, this is mouse, shut it down. You don't wanna ever use this. When you press this goes real slow. The only thing you're gonna be using if you're gonna play code, if you're gonna use it, you're gonna be using only this around, and okay, that's the only thing you gotta use. Forget about the rest, just home to go home, and this to get back into the previous menu. Now, shut this off because this will be real slow. Now you want the HADA going real fast. HADA can move this real fast because I connect a mouse. And let me show you, as we see the box right over here, we got a wireless USB mouse, 2.4 gigahertz, pretty cheap. I think I paid 20 bucks for this nice keyboard. Okay, it's wireless with a mouse. So before we configure this, I want to show you this. As the video is going to be as you go, as a recording, I'm going to try different things. And this is a nice one too. Simple. If you want to sit in the sofa, if we can try right now, we're going to unplug this. We can do this live. We're going to connect this here. Okay. And now if we pay attention on the screen, we're going to turn it on. If we pay attention to the screen, now we moving, right? Escape key, and we got escape key. Real nice. Now, all right, this is about 12 bucks. Now you want one that allow you actually to point in the screen and point the mouse. Let's check this out. As we see this live, we're gonna plug this out. We're gonna turn it on and look on the screen. Okay, and we look this. Went back. Let me activate the mouse. Okay, let me go back. All right, so this button right over here will activate the mouse. So I activate the mouse and check this out. Look how fast I'm going. Do you see? You see, I just move a little bit and I go. Huh? Real nice. So this is about 15. They go to $20. Depends on the company. But you see how fast, then we shut it off. So if you want the hand to move it fast, well, this is a question. Okay, now, I got actually one question. Somebody asked me, how do we regulate the speed of this? There's no way. This is real slow, and there's no way to regulate the speed. That's the low it's going to be. The only way to make it fast, you need one of these little devices, or better, a regular mouse. Okay, so now let's move into the configuration. Okay, so settings. Okay, went too fast. Settings, network. I already connect to the network. Okay, but I want to show you something else. When you buy this particular box, normally comes off. So let me show you. Let me go a second. Let's go down with the keyboard. You see device? I'm going to shut this off. And as you see here now, it says device off, but people didn't tend to see this one here. People click here, they want to see why it's not coming on. So make sure you turn this on, because it sounds like it's hard to see that. People, I don't know, sometimes we don't notice that. It happened even to me in the beginning. All right. So when we connect, we choose the network. As my network, choose, you enter the code of your Wi-Fi and you're in. That's it. It's the only thing we got to do. Now remember, these little boxes wants to connect to the Ethernet port. Wants to use this. So if you can, try to use an Ethernet port. It's faster, it's better. Wi-Fi is not the best. Also, the Wi-Fi is 2.4. It's not a 5 gigahertz network. It's only 2.4. Okay. They are different boxes. The more expensive ones. By the way, this one has no Bluetooth. If you buy the 1 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte ROM, that one don't have any Bluetooth. Okay. There's no way to put any Bluetooth into it. In case you want to put your Bluetooth keyboard. Very important. And then as you buy the more expensive versions, they have a Bluetooth and also a 5 gigahertz network. Okay. So now display. All right. So now the screen resolution. Now be careful with this part. Okay. This is the 5.1. So what happens is if you go, let's say mine shows now 720. And if I try to push to 1080, let's say my TV will not support that. It will not longer sync, and then you got a blank screen. How are we going to fix it now? Well, you're going to have to get a newer TV or somebody else's TV that will allow you to see the 1080 to get back and lower the resolution, or switch this to better resolution automatic. Now, on this 6.0 Marshmallow, what happens if you choose the wrong resolution, after 15 seconds, we'll go back to the previous resolution, most like the Windows machine. Okay, so be careful with this. Make sure if it shows you 720, be sure that your TV supports 1080. In my case, my TV does support that because it's a recording with long distance cables now. And if I try to push 1080, then my car and my computer no longer will sync, and I will get blank screens. That's why I have to leave it 720. Okay, that's very important. So now, then we go screen position, and we're going to check the old TVs. Maybe it needs to be this calibrated only once, as we see here. This 100% will be fine. Okay, so do that once. You don't need to do any more. And screen rotation only require that when you're going to be playing a game. That requires to play the game in a tablet, and it needs to be rotated. That's when you're going to be playing with this, and now you leave it the way it is. And this is your screen blanker. Clock, after 1 hour, it will show the clock, or 30 minutes. You can change the time, and you can send the box to sleep after 1 hour or after 12 hours. Default is none. Okay, now connecting in the old school TV. Now, this cable, I think it maybe costs about 10 cents to make this cable. They're doing real cheap. So most of the times they promote these cables. So remember, this is your left channel, this is your right channel, and this is your video channel. But they're real bad. Right over here, if we move it, connect, not connect. That's why sometimes I get so many messages. People says, I want to connect to an old TV tube. And then they're having problems, not working. Well, one of the problems is the cable's real bad. So try to get a new cable to start off. And I'm going to show you now. I'm going to have to actually record with my cell phone in TV. There's no way to do it. No way to record it through my network card. And you're going to see what it looks like, how bad it looks. And also pretty important too, and I'm going to show you the resolution. All right, so look the screen. Now, why it looks a little bit bad or with the rain effect, that's because the cable. So please change those cables, that are real bad. The only thing you need to do is go to settings and check the hertz. It will automatically detect. You don't need to do anything. You got to make sure you unplug your HDMI cable, and it should be okay. And here I'm going to change the hertz. So you're going to look, it looks much clearer. But to see the cable, how bad they are, it looks a little grainy, but it works. I mean, if you need it, and we change the hertz there, and it should be okay. Okay, and it looks much cleaner now. It's the only thing you need to do. All right, so next thing is the sound. Sound, make sure you check it. It should be on by default. Digital. This one I recommend to leave it auto detection in case you want to put. This one actually is a coaxial cable. Okay, it's 3.5. It needs to be 50 ohm cable. to an RCA if you're going to hook up to your stereo system. But mostly the time, everyone is going to use the HDMI. But leave it automatic in case you want to be playing around with the box and send it to different rooms. Applications. Here, we're going to be able to uninstall any application. And for Kodi, in case you want to start fresh, we can actually clean data. We clean data here, or we can uninstall any application. Remember, when you clean data, you're going to be deleting all your information. You're going to be deleting all your apps, all your skin if you did any work. By the way, this box by default comes with the 16.2. This version comes with 16.2. Maybe the newest version now, they come with the 1601 storage. Okay. People says, why I only got 4 gigs? When I bought it, advertising says 8 gig. Well, I'll show you why. We're going to exit from here for a minute, and we're going to go to more settings. Okay, so more settings, we're going to go storage, so we understand better what we're talking about. Here, it says 8 gigabyte. Okay, they call 8 gigabyte ROM, flash memory. Okay, you got to understand that already by default it's been using all this application install. So you'll be using about 3-point-some gigs or 4 gigs worth of application. So when you see the advertisement, it's not, they're not lying to you, but it has by default some application installed. So really you're gonna have 8 gigs free. You only have 4 gigs free, and you see here what is being used in pictures, audio, miscellaneous data. Okay, so that's very important. Now, question is, can we install different hard drives? So let's go back to regular configuration here, and we see here we got 4. So let's try. I got I think it's a 4 gig. We're gonna install a USB drive, and let's see we can see it here. Okay, let's wait a second. See, it will detect it here. Here, this just click, it shows what I have here, but it's not showing me anything right now. So what I gotta do, again, we're gonna go to more settings, and more settings, we're gonna go into storage, and now we see it a little different on the 6.1 or 6.01. You're gonna be able to see it there. And this one, you need to go to more settings to see it. And we see here 4 gigabytes. Okay, external drive. We can amount the drive here. We can erase if you want, and we can amount. This is here the fin amount if any application install is no longer work. Now, I got a question too. I'm running out of space. How I can install applications here and run it? That will be a totally different video. There are some applications we can download from Google Play will allow you to install applications on the external drive. That will call it the USB drive. So now they can run it from the external drive. On the 6.1, the newest boxes on the new Android operating system allow you to configure your memory as part of the system. But in 5.1 or 4.3 is not going to allow you that. So the only way to cheat this, you're going to download an application that allow you to use the external memory as part of the system. Okay, so right now the only thing this can be used is either to put pictures, pictures, MP3 videos, or install applications. Now I'm going to go more, and I'm going to go again in storage. If we can install an SD card, okay, MicroSD card. Let's wait a minute and see. We can see here. It will detect it. It will show me too. Okay, so let's go back 1 second. Let's go back again into the storage, and let's see. We see 2 now. Okay, so we see here we have now the SD card. This is a 2 gigabyte version. Okay, and now I got some applications installed here. So let's talk about this. So we're gonna move in and out from configuration, and I show you. So we go local. We're gonna file browser, and we're gonna see the USB drive. It's called A. If you put another one, it will be A, B. All right. So this the external storage. That will be your MicroSD card, and I got some applications over here already. So we got Kodi. So one way we can do it, we can download Kodi, put it right in this card, And then I put some plugins to show you guys. So we're going to try to install some plugin as well. People say, how I can install plugins with Kodi without downloading. Okay, so you go into your PC, and I'm going to show you that. I'm sure you know that. So you download on your PC, and then you tap into your memory card, and you transfer here. In the case, to show you this the same way, I put some applications well here. And this is a good application to install, so I can show you even better now. This is Fly ES Explorer. I'm going to give you a link in a minute if you guys want to know how to use it. It's pretty good application. So we continue, and actually the hard drive. So now we have, as we see here, now we have the SD card and also the USB drive. All these drives are format NTFS in a Windows machine. Now, I have this nice 4 terabyte drive, USB 3.0. Now let's see if we can actually put a third drive into it. So we're going to put the 4 terabytes. So we have a lot of pictures, movies, you can have MP3s. And as we see here, we get it as detected already. So let's see, let me exit once. Let's go back, storage, and let's see what we got here. So we got the 1.7, so with this SD card, right? We got this one. We got this one. And we got the 4 terabyte, it sees it. Right over here, 3.6 terabytes. So you want to know, can I put a 4 terabyte? Yes, guys, you can put a 4 terabyte, 3, 1, 6, whatever. I know up to 4 terabyte is working perfect. Okay, so let's prove it. So now we're going to exit from here, and we're going to go into local file browser, and we should be able to see. I went too far. Let's go back once. Like I said before, that's my 2 USB. Okay, 2 gigabytes. My SD card. Okay, and now my 4 terabyte drive. A lot of music. You got here, a lot of videos. So as you see, and this I format this NTFS. I got a question once, can you format this? Yeah, NTFS. No try FAT16, none of those. Anyway, it will not be able to allow you to format this in FAT16. Anyway, so you got to do 4 terabytes. You can pull out MP3. You can load your movies, and I'm going to show you. You can play movies. We can play anything from here. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. A video. Let's see if it works. It should work with no problem. All right, let's use the movie player just once. And it should up. Yeah, that's it. No problem. I'm just loading from the hard drive. Okay, those are all HD videos. Okay, stop it. All right, so I think with this we answer all the questions and to how to hook up a drive. Okay, so you got 3 different drives that we hooked up into this little box. Now remember, if you run out of space installing, then we have to install a different application that allow you to configure some of this memory to use an internal storage. Okay, so that will be a totally different video. Question is, if run out of storage and I have an app, well, the only fix will be you started cleaning it up. You got to install uninstall an application. You put too many. If you're gonna use for Kodi, my best advice is do not install anything. Leave it the way it is. As you see this box right now, just put your Kodi, put the items you need, and that's it. Do not try to play games. Do not try to do anything else. If the way is just to see videos, just use it for video. You want to use it for game, use it for games. When you start playing around with this, then you get a lot of problems. All right, so let's go into configuration. Let's move on. Like I said, this video will complete. We're going to go almost everything on it. Okay, so applications again, and I think there's only thing here. Let's say nothing more to see, totally different than 6.1. That is actually, you got more stuff, storage. Now reset, okay, this reset data. I'll show you right now a video real fast, so you see what happened when I reset the box from 0. And you're going to only reset the box when your box is giving a lot of problems. You download too many games, too many programs, applications, you run out of space. You know, I go and install anything, you did something wrong in the configuration, then hit the factory reset, clean the box, and if any problem, maybe it will get fixed. So this is the best thing to do. So I play you the video right now, or as I talking in the bottom on the left side, I'm gonna play you the video in the middle so you guys can see what happened when I reset the box. But this is the only time you want to use it. Remember, once you reset the box, you lose all your data. Okay, so we see what we're running right now. Okay, an MXQ-PRO. Okay, version 5.1.1 Android. Okay, now day and time, you gotta use this once. Okay, you're gonna go in time, you set your time zone, check your time zone, whatever it will be. Okay, you click it one, is done. Now remember, when you lose your network, the time will be off. So the when to figure it out when something is wrong, when you see the time and the day here that is off in 1978 or some other time, that means you are not connected to the network. When you connect to the network, you gotta wait a few seconds and they will pull the time from the network. All right, language, very easy here. You're gonna set your language. Okay, you set your language from here. Okay, let's go back. I'm sorry. Okay, keyboard will be the same. We can change a keyboard. All right, we're gonna go in configuration. Okay, so preferred language is English. Let's say we are in UK. So the way to do it, we're gonna turn this one. We're gonna turn this one off, and then now we're gonna choose UK, and then we turn off the USA version. So now we get the keyboard. Okay, and UK keyboard. All right, so we can leave one as default. Same thing will be if you want to choose any other language. You can leave both around. You can change all the preferencing here. I will say do not play around. Now this is mostly for the phone. I mean, if you planning to use one of these things to type in on the screen, you're gonna go nuts. You're gonna throw this in the garbage. The only way will be using one of these little devices. Okay. All right. So next thing here, not much to do here. You're gonna leave it as off. This one, it allows you to control through the HDMI. It controls the TV. So it's a signal when you turn the TV on and you put in the HDMI output 1, it will turn the box on. So if you want to control your box with the TV or TV with the box, you turn it on. As default, it's off. If you give any problem, leave it off. Okay, and now the playback, the HDMI self-adaptation, leave it off. This only have to do with 1650 Hz on the video playback. If they don't cause you any problems in the video, leave it off. But that's what it stands for, and what I understand, 1080 will not make any difference. Okay, search a search, and here, if you want to use some of this, actually, and if you play Kodi, you're gonna have to download Kodi add-ons. If you want to use some of these systems, this is actually for the box itself. I think some of this is not working. I tried some of this, and I think this mostly for the phone. Okay, now we're gonna go more settings in a minute. Remote control settings, leave it the way it is. This has nothing to do with this remote control, with this one. And location, you can leave it off if you want. This is actually in your phone to get like better location from GPS. Makes no sense to use it. If you feel like Big Brother is watching you, then turn it off. It makes no difference in the box. Okay, secure and registration, there are a few things we're going to have to change here. Unknown sources, okay, this is good. By default, and this box comes on. What it stands for, if I want to run now, you saw me putting Kodi here, putting different applications. If you want to run this application from here, you got to make sure this is on. Because if this is off, the only thing you can download, the only thing you'll be able to install is from the Play Store. But I guess you don't want to also be from the Play Store. You want to load your application from here, install it from here. So you need to leave these unknown sources on. Okay, the rest you can leave it as default, but make sure you turn this one on. If you're not going to use none of this, then you can leave it off if you want. And then from here, you set your account, you enter here, and then you're going to enter your account once. Right now I'm in, so that's why it shows you this. But you enter your account from here, okay? You're going to enter account, or you can add more accounts from this point. You can add Facebook, Google, or you can execute this application from the main application section, or you can enter one here and go all your mails and Twitter, everything else. Okay, so that will be it here, but we're gonna go one more, configuration, and we're gonna go to more settings. Wi-Fi, we saw that already. Just to keep on a better graphic, we see what is around. We can turn it off if you want, not much. Not spend time here. There's use data, that's for your phone. Most settings actually is for VPN. I will show in another video how to set up the VPN, and nothing more to do there. So you should not worry about this. Sound notifications, the only thing you care is make sure your media volume is all the way up. The rest we don't care. Okay, this is not a phone, so we can leave it that off. Now display, yes, here we're going to do something else from here. Here, nothing. This is for your phone. Okay, this we already look into it. All right, this is to rotate your box. Wallpaper is not, it will not make any change. So if you try, it will not make any change. A screencast will be for your Chromecast. Now, it's one thing that I'm not going to be able to answer the question because my Chromecast is working fine with 601. Okay, the new Marshmallow. This one, some reason, is not detecting it. I'm not sure if a problem with this particular box, but it should detect the Chromecast here. I have the newest model, so maybe it can be a problem, but it should detect it. When it detects it, you click on it and it connects. The only thing is what's going to happen now, when you play any video in the box, and YouTube video, you're going to be able to relay the video to another TV. Let's say you got another TV in the second floor in the basement, so you play a video in your box and you can relate the same video now to another TV. That's the only purpose, not a screen mirror. It's just to relate the screen to another device, that will be the Chromecast. Why it's not detecting it, I'm not sure. Maybe it's possible that, and this is actually the only box I got right now with the 5.1 version. I know it detected in KitKat 4.4, but you guys try it. Okay, so we saw the applications already. Locations. All right, here we can, we saw that before. We can turn off locations if you want, makes no difference. Okay, security here, we got more security, and this is all for your phone. So, you know, screen lock is all, the only thing we care is here, okay? Right over here. Here, unknown sources, make sure it's on. The rest, we don't care anything. All right, so what else we got? We saw language. Now, backup and reset. Maybe this you want to turn it on. See, it wants to back up everything. In case you decide to do factory reset, and we can see here what happened when you do a factory reset, as you guys saw previously. When you do factory reset, when you reinstall the box again, then now everything will reinstall. All your application, all your passwords, everything gets reinstalled. All right. So that's just good to turn it on and do that. But if you don't want, you can shut that off, okay? If you got any application, you don't care, you don't want to back anything, you can turn that off. And the time we saw printing, I have not been able to do that printing, and that will be it. But we have one more few things I want to show you. Now, we're going to go into my apps. Question is, can I have my phone and actually screencast to there? So we're going to do it now. Let me show you. We're going to go into Miracast. Okay. We're going to turn it on. Actually, so you guys can see better. Actually, I'm going to record the screen. Let me do a screen recording. Okay. Let's use technology we have here. And we're recording. So now this is waiting as we see in the screen. All right, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna turn on mirror screen, and now if you see there, it's sort of right over there. Let's look over there. We connect. Okay, and it's trying to connect. It connected. That's it. Look how nice is that, right? We see that in the screen. I'm moving, it's moving there. We can actually run YouTube, play a video from here. Let's play one of my videos. Okay, and if we turn this on, if we turn it this, you'll be able to see the full size. That's it. How nice is that? That easy. Now remember one thing. This is actually a Note 2. Is running KitKat 444. If you have a Nexus phone 6.0, it's not going to work, because what Google did, Google they didn't install it, but kind of hide it, or they turn it off, Miracast, because they want to push Chromecast. So if you have, like me, I have a Nexus 6, there is no way to do Miracast. You need to root the phone. So for that, I will have to make another video how to root your phone. You will have to root your Nexus 6, 6P or 6X to be able to do Miracast. Maybe all the phones, maybe it works. Like you see this one, Samsung, it seems to work. So if you got one of those phones and you don't see any Miracast, that's because Google turned it off, because they want to push their own product. So with this, actually, we did already Miracast. All right, so we're gonna exit now. Yes, we're gonna quit. Okay, and this is the only thing we can do that now. Let's go back to, okay, so now we're gonna go into Media Center, and the first thing we're gonna do here to try, we're gonna turn this on. AirPlay, so I can use my Note 2. And now also, if you had a digital media player, we're gonna click that one there. In my case, I have a NAS server, so we're gonna be able now to play movies, MP3s right out of the NAS. So can we do it from the network? As you see, we're gonna prove it right now. We're gonna go into videos. Okay, now if you see, it's playing perfect. Okay, all right, let's stop this. So as you see, no problem to play right from the network using the digital media player. Now we turn this on. Now can I actually connect my iPad? Maybe, let's see, maybe I have to reset it. So let's try to see if this works right out of the box. So with this, what we're gonna do is a little out of focus here. Okay. So we're gonna try to load in a YouTube video. Okay. So as we see, we got it. It's not showing you here, but this forward. Can we forward? Let's post it right there, as you see here. Now the problem with this, it's not so reliable. It's not perfect. Now if we try the regular Google, and actually when we see it here, we hit that arrow right there, we connect it right over there, and should be able to play it. But it's not working as perfect. Okay. In my case, what I did, I downloaded an application called Turbo to do kind of Miracast. It's not perfect. It's not like mirror the whole phone, but you can play video from YouTube and from your iPad and play it right there on the box. It's not working too perfect. And I will not say there's something you got to be playing around with this, okay? So after you install, let's go now to some of the applications. We check on it, and we're gonna see it requires a bunch of updates. This box. So soon you got the box, you need to do an update. And with this, we configured the MXQ Pro. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and thank you to become part of the MediaBox Entertainment community. And if you have any question, remember to leave a comment in our channel. See you next time.